Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela and this is my Precious Yarnery. Do you see it? I finished it. Well, I finished it last week, but I'm just getting around to do the video now. I read it. How about okay, a little background because I have a lot of new subscribers and thank you so much for coming over. I hope you enjoy yourself. I'm just a crocheter. And I love talking about yarn. I love yarn. So I have not, okay, so let's talk about, I'm dyslexic. I have never been able to read a pattern ever. If somebody dictates it to me, I can pretty much get it, but reading a pattern, no. So I've been really practicing lately on and trying to figure out patterns and all that good stuff. And I'll watch a tutorial as I'm reading a pattern. So that's how I've been doing it. So, and then I seen this on Mary Max. Well, I seen it on a channel. And this woman has taught me so much. We all know it's Bod, right? I've talked to her about her on my channel a few times. She has taught me so much. So there's only certain channels that I can watch to learn from. It's the way I learn. It's not the way people do tutorials. It's the way I learn. And it has to be, I call it stupefied for me. But people are like, you can't say that. But I'm like, but it's how, those books, something for dummies and that's the way I had to learn at first. Well, not at first. I've been crocheting for years. But the woman that taught me, she never went in specifics. I never asked her to. I just told her, how do you do this? So she would show me. I didn't know anything about yarn. So I have learned a lot from this woman. And I've seen this and I was so happy for her and so proud of her. Like, she has come so far and only a few years. Like, let's face it, she didn't have her, I don't know how long, less than 10 years, have her channel. And I just think it's amazing. So she has this pattern of the squares, and I know she doesn't write her patterns, but I do know she has someone write it for her. But I don't know if she wrote it, or she had her person write her pattern out for her for this square, or if Mary Maxim's wrote it out. Because I bought the kit, and it's called the it's the wrong way, the Galaxy Throw. And I know she didn't put the blanket together. It's the square is hers. I'm pretty sure. And then she didn't have the border. Now, I think I got the border. It said a reverse single crochet. I'm thinking that's the crab stitch. So I did the crab stitch. It's just what I did. It took me, for the first square, it took me about 2 days to do. And I knew it was going to take me a long time. I'm going to talk to you about my journey through this blanket. Now, I want to make it 100% clear. I didn't have difficulties because of anybody, anyway the tutorial was done, because I'll tell you what happened with that. Or how the pattern's written. It was me. I know it's 100% me. I know it is. And I will tell you why. Dyslexic, for one. And so I started it out great. I got the whole circle done and I was like, okay. So I got to round 10 and I'm like, oh, And I'm not going to tell you what it says for round 10 or anything. 10 and 11, I had a huge amount of trouble with. I had to put it down, and I didn't get too upset. I was just like a little stressed. I got a little bit of a headache. And I tried to reach out to a friend of mine so she could dictate it to me, and I sent her the picture of it, and see if she could dictate it to me, because I know she can read patterns easily. It's second nature to her. But she wasn't getting my message, so I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, so I picked it up again, and then I was just like, no, I can't get this. So I went to Crystal's tutorial, and this is one thing I did not want to do, because I really wanted to read the pattern, but I thought, I can't get so upset over, this. It'll come. It'll be fine. I'll get it. But I couldn't, it wasn't the same to me. It might be the same. Round 10 might be the same as round 10 and round 11, but I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. To me, it was different. Now, that being said, that's just part of seeing things and learning things for me. Things, what I see might not be what other people see. So I know it wasn't anybody's fault. The person that did the tutorial, listen, Crystal does tutorials amazing. Like, I've learned, and she knows her yarn, and I've learned a lot from her. She's amazing. But me being me, and me knowing how I need to learn, I just wasn't picking it up. I wasn't getting it. So I sat there, took a couple deep breaths. This is still on number 10. Mind you, row 10. And mind you, there's only 14 rows in the square. Yeah. I'm on number 10. I'm like, I can see the end. Like, I'm like over halfway down. I was super excited. I was trying so hard. So finally I sat there and I went, okay, couple deep breaths. And I read it. And then I read it again. And then I kept reading it out loud. At least about 5 times I read it out loud. I got it. Finally got it. I think I did this right. It looks the same. I'm hoping it looks the same. Anyways. So then I got to 11 and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's getting harder and harder. And I'm like, so I'm like, calm down. I really had to talk myself down from the ledge. I really did. And I got it. That only took me probably about a half an hour, 45 minutes. Now I know you all are saying like, wow. It is what it is. And then it was like 12, 13, 14. I got done. I just did it. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I've done the square. I got the square done. Started again. Oh, listen, 1 second. Okay, so if you're new to the channel too, just soon as I usually hit record or anything, she starts. If I'm talking on the phone, she starts. Okay, so I got a square done. So I started with the second square. Loved it. Thought it was great. I kept going, and I had to, for the first 4 or 5 squares, I had to read through the pattern. Now, I did on the second square get caught up again on 10 and 11, but it wasn't so bad. I figured it out, and I did it. Now, there's 2 sizes you can make. The lapgan, which is 36 by 48, or the throw that is 48 by 60. I made the lapgan. I made a 12 squares. So it's 4 by 3. There's a reason why that is. Oh, I put it together the way I like to put it together. I read it and it's like, it's like slip stitch, chain 2 in between the squares and a slip stitch. It's the way I like to put squares together. That's the way I did it. And I think I did the same. I did a single crochet all the way around. Single crochet, yep. And the reverse single crochet, I'm assuming that's the crab stitch. So I did the crab stitch. So I don't know if I got the border right. I'm going to show you this and hold it up for you. I'm so proud of this. And then I'm going to talk about the yarn and what I think of it. And yeah, I did not use the one skein of gray they sent with it. I used all prism yarn. That's what I wanted to do. I wouldn't, why not? Okay, here we go. So it's pretty big. Right, and there's my squares. I don't think I did a horrible job. Now, if you were there when I did the opening for it, you know that that's not the color I thought I was getting. But anyways, I'm like, oh, it was meant to be. I'll use this. And I mean, I've been a fan of green lately. Just saying. Okay, so I have worked with this yarn before. I'm going to tell you how much I used, how many balls. They send you with 2, 4, I think 12. Everything you get, I don't know, 12 balls of the blue denim and 1 worsted weight of the gray. I just use the prism yarn. I'm a huge fan of prism yarn. I've used it before. I used to live in the same town as Mary Maxim's, so listen, I was there almost every week. And when it went on sale, I didn't hesitate to grab it a few times. So they send you with 12 balls of this is called denim blue. I have 2, 4, 5, and this, it's more than half. Now, in each one of those little donuts, I think they're called, there is 290 yards. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I have enough left over here to do a sweater. That's another reason why I only did a small lopkin. Another reason, now you might disagree, this is my opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion. And it's okay to disagree, because if we all thought the same, this world would be very boring. I'm just saying. So it's good to have different opinions. I love the color of the yarn. I love the way this feels. I love the yarn. I don't love it in a blanket. So I'm excited to pick one of my other yarns out that I have in this room. Make the same blanket, but in a different yarn. Because I'm not a fan of this yarn being in a blanket. A sweater, a wrap, a shawl. Amazing. It would be amazing. I love working with it. This yarn it's one of my favorite kinds of yarns. It's a roving yarn. I love it. I love it. This is a light 3-weight yarn. It's made in Turkey. It's 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 100% acrylic, 290 yards, 265 meters. And it doesn't have the washing. This color is called Rain Shower. Do love the colors. I do. I also liked how every square is different. There's not one square that's the same. I love that. This kind of yarn I don't think is great for a blanket. I'm going to try and find something else that will make every one of my squares different because I love the looks of it. I just don't think it's not going to keep me warm. And lately, like today's a good day. Today I'm warm. It's 11 degrees outside. Or is it Celsius? I don't know. It's 11 out. And it's sunny and the sun's shining and I'm warm. This past couple weeks, I've been sitting with 5 layers of clothes on, 3 blankets on me. This heater is full blast. The other heater is full blast. And I brought in a space heater because I'm freezing. And my husband's like, this room's hot. Like I said, I am freezing. I hate anything on my feet, but I've been wearing slippers, socks. I'm freezing. I know it's not that cold, but I'm freezing. Today's a good day. Anyways, today's a good day. So anyways, that's my opinion on this blanket. I think it's amazing. And I'm so happy I got it. I think, and all in all, I read it. I did it. I think I got it right. I love the looks of it. I will be going to be doing other blanket kits. I'm pretty sure. Now I know she has another one coming out. I'm thinking I'm going to try it because I love the yarn she picked in that one too. Now I don't think it's out yet, but listen, I was so happy I got it. I don't have enough to say. Like I did it mainly to support her, but I'm proud that I did it. Does that make sense? Like I finally got to read a whole, there was a tutorial in it, but I didn't get it. And it's because I read this and then that. If I just did the tutorial, I would have got it. But because I was all mixed up in my head anyways, yeah. So anyways, I'm so happy I did it, and I will be getting more. And I know I'm not great at reading them, but practice, right? And I just have to remind myself to get down here. Not up here, get down here. Yeah. So anyways, that's my blanket, guys. I'm super excited. I'm loving it. To me, I'll always have this blanket because it's not a blanket, it's like a lapgan, I guess. And I will always have it shown off in my house because this is a special blanket that the first pattern I actually read. Now, my husband didn't read any. When I finally got a hold of Kimmy, I already was past that, and don't worry about it. But, yeah, all in all, I think it was a good experience, and I'm going to do it again. I don't regret it. I'm actually super excited about it. I am. So, anyways, I hope to see you all soon, and have a good day. Bye, everyone.